We're here, lesson number 4 in the progressive subdivision series. I trust that you guys have been working hard with the first 3 lessons. We've covered 8th notes, 8th note triplets, 16ths, and then I introduced a couple of 16th note triplet little riffs, licks that you can do. Now we're adding the 16th note triplets. It's time to put all of this stuff together in a nice little solo gumbo. So we're going to take every single thing that you've learned up to this point since we started this series and effectively play your first drum solo, at least for those that are new to the subject. But yeah, man, the cool thing is that everything that we've learned up to this point is all still just foundational stuff. So we're really still on the ground floor, man. Like there's a ton of things that you can add to what we know now later on. But right now, man, I mean, you really know enough to play an effective drum solo. So that should at least give you an idea of just how huge and how broad of a subject soloing is, because there's just so much stuff to it that you can never ever stop learning about playing solos. So let's get into this one, man. I mean, if you followed so far through the first 3 lessons, then you know what's coming. There's no real need for me to go into detail about what's happening here. All we're going to do is we're going to take the 16th note triplet and we're going to add it to the other 3 subdivisions. Hey, by the way, man, all my traditional grip soldiers out there, you digging this hoodie? We got hoodies and t-shirts, man. Go check out the shop. They're all in there. And I tell you what, you order one this week, 20% off for the rest of the week. I'm going to do a little March break sale for y'all. But for those out there that are living that traditional grip life, this here's for you. Fun fact, that's actually my hand. Link is in the description box if you want to order one. Just type in the discount code TRADITION, get you 20% off your order. So let's get to it, man. So the last lesson, if you've seen it, I showed you just a few little kind of 16th note triplet plugins that you could add to this particular exercise. So it's kind of a prep for what's going on today. Before we get into the lesson, I'm going to show you 2 more. 2 little cool ones that I like to do whenever I'm playing 16th note triplets. One of them is a 2-beat plugin, and then the other one is a 1-beat plugin, and they're pretty simple. So let's just go to the demonstrations. Below you'll see the actual sticking. I'll play it slow, speed it up so you know what it sounds like. All right, man, so you're all set. You're all ready to put all of this stuff together. And like I said, this is still all just foundational stuff that we're doing, but it's enough to play a pretty decent sounding solo. So if you're new to the channel and this is the first video you're seeing on the subject, make sure you check out lessons 1, 2, and 3 before you tackle this. It's just gonna put everything into context. For the rest of y'all that's been keeping up, let's do this, man. Remember, stay relaxed, stay nice and loose, play all of your subdivisions, play with plenty of dynamics, make sure everything's nice and flowing, stop, take a little breath every once in a while, think about what you're gonna say next. And then once you're comfortable with everything's sounding good, then gradually bump your speed up. Here's the example of the full exercise. Again, take what you want out of it. This is all free stuff, all free licks. If there's anything there that you like, go ahead and steal it. So that up-tempo example should hopefully put everything into perspective. We've really only had 4 lessons up to this point, and all we're doing is playing the subdivisions, but we're adding dynamics and we're making sure everything flows real nice, but it sounds like a drum solo, and that's really all that we're doing. We're only playing 4 subdivisions. But when you add the other elements, when you add the sticking, the accents, the dynamics, the musicality, all that kind of stuff, those 4 subdivisions are really all you need to make a statement. Now, for my beginners and my intermediates out there, if you've gotten this far and it's still not sounding good, don't worry about it. You're still on the right track because it's not supposed to sound good at this point. You're just in the beginning stages. Just continue to do these exercises, and in your spare time, work that practice pad as hard as you can. The better your hands are developed, the better all of this is going to sound. So now that we've added all those 4 subdivisions, this little sub-series is done. I'm going to give you some homework. I'm going to give you some practice material. If you haven't grabbed my album yet, Solo Comps for Drummers, make sure you pick it up because you're going to need it for this year. If you do already have it, I have a song for you that you can practice all of this with once you get it all together. Download or listen to, if you already have the album, use the Pop Latin track, right? It's about 116 beats per minute. Once you get all of this stuff together, that's a perfect track that you can run to really start to hone in and sharpen up your phrasing. For the rest of you, if you just want to get the track for now, that's cool. I prefer you get the whole album, but hey man, that's cool. Pop Latin, 116 BPM. You can find it on iTunes, it's on Apple Music, Spotify, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I'll throw the iTunes link in the description box. And then yeah, man, just have fun with this. I'm going to leave this with you for another few weeks because there's a lot of practicing that you can do with this. And I just want you to start having fun with what you know now. So do it. Get to work, man. For all of my new viewers, if you're new to the channel, we're focusing on soloing for the entire year of 2019. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you know when the next lesson on soloing is coming out. Thanks for watching this video. Share it if you dig it. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to visit the shop. Pick up a traditional hoodie if that's your thing. Or you can get a t-shirt if you want. Do whatever you want to do. That's it for me, man. Like, subscribe. See you next video.